पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। We'll read the 2 lines of 10th verse, page 241. Brahmava idam agre asi tadatmanam eva aveta aham brahmasmi iti tasmat tat sarvam abhavata. Again, Brahmava idamagra asi tadatmanam eva aveta aham brahmasmiti tasmat tat sarvam abhavata abhavata. The Vidya Sutra of this Brihadaranyaka Upanishad you have heard, that was Atma iti eva upasita. One should do the upasana of the Atma. That means one should know the Atma. Which Atma was there? Which was Padaniyam, which was worth attaining. Among all the things in this world, only self is worth attaining. What did Gita say? Vedaischa sarvehi ahame vidya. Among all Vedas, all knowledges, only knowledge of I should be known. Then Bhagavan says, Tatah patam tat parimargitavyam. Parimargitavyam means should be searched. 15th chapter you chant every day. Tatah padam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuyah tameva chadyam purusham prapadde yatah pravritti prasita purani. If you chant with meaning, you will have more quietness. Tatah padam, that pad should be sought after, thought. Tameva chadyam purusham prapadde. Tam ev, that padam ev, which is purush, one should seek refuge into. In this world, only one has to be known. You will hear in Brihadaranyaka, it comes very famous mantra, Atma va are drashtavyaha. In this world, Atma alone should be known. Shrodavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasitavyaha. And therefore, that alone is dear to all. We saw that in 8th mantra. We saw how Atma is dear most than any other thing. And if we have any joy in any anatma, then priyam tvam rodsyasi, rodsyati, your anatma will make you cry. That was the glory. So that is which is most dear, most. Bhashyakar had written, one should invest all his energies, all his time in this knowledge of the self. Mahat prayas is required. The 9th mantra, you heard, among the Brahmins they were meeting, and they said that people say that by Brahma Vidya I have become all. So what is that? What that Brahma knew, so that it became many, it became all. What is that? Kimu tat Brahma aveda? What is that Brahman that he knew, that he became all? I'm repeating it. And then, if you remember, 3 options were given. Either Brahman has not known. If Brahman has not known, that without knowing I will also have the knowledge. Not possible. Or Brahman has known something else other than Brahma Gyan. So knowledge of something cannot give something else. Third point was how Brahman will know itself. Subject-object duality cannot be in Brahman. So there were 3 problems, and therefore, and 4th problem was, if Brahman has become everything, so that everything is subject to modification, and this way Brahman will also become Nashvan. So this question remains, what is that? How did Brahman become everything? What is that? What is the nature of what knowledge he has? And for that, it was seen the, which mantra? 10th mantra. Okay, always keep on revising, recollecting, go back and forth. In Lanka Kand, one line comes, Ulati pulati kapi Lanka jari. So when Hanumanji had to burn, he turned up and down, left and right. So keep on going back. When you study, so go back again. See how the topic has built up, because we forget. This way knowledge will become firm. Then it was said, Brahmava idam agra asit. Yesterday we were seeing the meaning. So the Purupaksh or the student said, by this meaning, what is the meaning of here? Brahma means Jeev only. So Jeev was there in the beginning. So in the Ajnana Avastha, the Agre word means Ajnana Avastha, there was one Jeev was there, and he became Brahman. After becoming Brahman, he became many. After that he had the knowledge. He knew himself, and then Jeev had the knowledge that Aham Brahmasmi. Okay. And then after having the knowledge Aham Brahmasmi, he became all. If you remember, I had mentioned about this point. So in this particular portion, before knowledge, what is there? Before knowledge, Brahmatvam was not there, Sarvatvam was not there. So by Brahma Vidya, that Brahman became Sarva. Now let us come to the topic again. I will quickly revise, what I had said. I will just mention it fast so that I can move forward. So here, the Purupaksh or the student, he raised the objection. He said, see, I have problem with you. Well, what problem he has? My problem is that don't say Brahman. You are saying one word, that Brahman had 2 avastha, Ajnana Avastha and Jnana Avastha. I don't agree with you. what do you say then? I say Jeev is different from Brahman. And before knowledge, Jeev is different than Brahman. And then this Jeev has self-knowledge. Then this Jeev becomes Brahman. After becoming Brahman, he becomes all. There is a big difference in what is said. He is saying Jeev is different than Brahman before knowledge. After knowledge, he became Brahman. After becoming Brahman, he became all. This was his point. It appears very easy. अब ऐसा कैसे है कि ज्ञान अवस्था was there and that Brahman alone was not knowing itself. What did the Shastra say? Bhashyakar say that there was two stages of Brahman. One Brahman was not knowing itself, other it was knowing itself. So when Brahman was not knowing itself, that is called Ajnanavasthayam. Acha? Haan. And when Ajnanavasthayam was there, so in that Ajnanavastha, it was not knowing itself. Acha. And therefore, in the Ajnanavastha, Brahmatva and Sarvatva both was hidden. Now, Bhagwan Bhashyakar, he refutes all these points. What he says? He said, first point, that Jeev gets the knowledge. And therefore, this is not, if Jeev gets the knowledge, then it should have been called Jeev Vidya. But because the Brahma gets the knowledge, therefore it is called Brahma Vidya. Number one point. Second point, dhyan dena, you are saying that Jeev became Brahman by self-knowledge. Knowledge doesn't change anything. One nature of knowledge is, it is just the remover of ignorance. If by knowledge you get something, then you had not lost it. If by knowledge you get something, then you have not lost it. Okay? So, because Aved word has been written here, then why you are saying that Jeev became Brahman? It is like the person became married. In the process of becoming, the problem is he goes through a modification. And knowledge never makes anybody anything. One nature of knowledge is, it is not the changer of substance. It is the removal of ignorance. If dark room is there and I throw a light has not made a single object of the room. Whatever object were veiled by ignorance or andhakar, it just removes the darkness. And therefore, please don't say this point that Jeev becomes the Brahman by knowledge of self. Okay. If Jeev gets moksha by self-knowledge, if Jeev gets moksha, Jeev get moksha. Why you are saying Jeev got moksha? That means Jeev became free. Then what is the role of Brahma Vidya? Moksha is not a liberation from something other than me. Moksha is, what is moksha? One person went to one Mahatma and he asked him that particular Mahatma has left his body. Has he got moksha? He said moksha has nothing to do with death. Moksha has nothing to do with the leaving of the body. Moksha is the name of Jnana. So when you say that he has, not that he will get moksha after the death, this is wrong thing. Moksha is the name of the removal of ignorance while living only. Okay. So Bhashyakara said that Brahman alone gets Brahma Vidya. Because if Jeev was a different thing and he got knowledge of the Atma Vidya, supposing he got the knowledge of the self, who? Jeev. And then he got the moksha. That means Jeev has Jeev Vidya and then got moksha. Then where is the role of Brahma Vidya then? Why you are using the word Brahma Vidya? And therefore, don't say like that. Third point, he said that if Jeev is different than Brahman, then Aham Brahmasmi, who is saying? Only Jeev is saying. Jeev is saying Aham Brahmasmi. Are you sure? Of course. I have no doubt. I am confident in my ignorance. So, if Jeev is saying Brahma Vidya, Brahmasmi, so Jeev is saying that Jeev is Brahman. Dekho, because you are maintaining separateness. If you had said Jeev is Brahman, then Brahm is saying I am Brahman will be fine. But now you differentiated the Jeev and Brahman. And now you are saying that he had the knowledge of the Brahman and he is saying that I am Brahman. Why did you differentiate Jeev and Brahman earlier? You differentiated Jeev and Brahman earlier and now you are making the Jeev say I am Brahman. ये अजीब सी बात कर रहे हो तुम भाई. Are you seeing the difference? He differentiated Jeev and Brahman. Jeev is localized I. And if the localized I, you are saying it is not the main Brahman. Now, when the knowledge happened, then how can this localized I say I am everywhere? When you already accepted he is other than Brahman, you already have said that, then that point is not valid. And therefore, what is the conclusion? My conclusion is very clear. Brahman alone gets Brahma Vidya. What? Yes. You are saying Brahman alone gets Brahma Vidya. Yes. And that Brahma eva avidya samsarati. Brahma eva avidya samsarati. Brahma eva vidya muchyate. That Brahma alone, because of the ignorance, it transmigrates, and Brahman also goes for liberation. Okay. I will make it more clear as you go. If this, we will not be able to adjust our mind because we are conditioned to thinking Jeev gets the knowledge. So we are more comfortable by thinking Jeev and Brahman are different. It maintains our separateness. But this Upanishad has taken another route. We will see it more. Now he is saying, the student is saying, he is saying, you are saying Brahman gets self-vidya, self-knowledge. Well, yes. You are saying Brahman knows itself. Yes. You know one more point he had said, and that point was of upasana. If you remember, this student had mentioned that, okay, if you have the problem with the word, Jeev does the upasana of Brahman. To that point, I had already clarified yesterday, that upasana is of something else. Upasana is not of the Brahman. Upasana is of always something different than you. Okay, upasana. Any upasana cannot lead to purnatva because upasana is a karma. Upasana is a subtle karma. And how will you define karma? Huh? How will you define karma? Huh? Huh? Chess फल. विधि निषेधात्मक कर्ता पूर्व किया गया क्रिया कर्म है. Not only karta. I am doing. विधि निषेधात्मक कर्ता पूर्वक किया गया क्रिया, की गई क्रिया कर्म है. बोले अगेन कैन यू क्लैरिफाई इट? Yes. What is the hurry? We'll clarify that. Any action which has ordinance from the scriptures, as this is to be done or not to be done along with the sense of doership is called karma in Vedanta. Only karta won't be the karma. Supposing you take one big stick and you start hitting on the water. Water is there and you are hitting on the water. Karta is there in this. While hitting on the water, karta is there. Huh? Will this action give any fruit? Because the scriptures are not saying this is dharma or adharma. When the scriptures are using the word vidhi nishedhatmak kriya, done along with the karta, two conditions are there, then it becomes a karma. Okay. Small child is there. He holds the mother's hair and hits and kicks. He will not have any phal because there is no karta involved in that. Why scriptures have to say this is dharma or this is adharma? So vidhi nishedhatmak कर्ता पूर्वक की गई क्रिया को कर्म बोलते हैं, जिसका कि फल आएगा. It is going to create a fruit. Okay. Now question is, upasana is karma or not? Upasana is karma. Because there is a doer involved and there is a vidhi nishedh involved. Vidhi nishedh means ordinance is there. It is ordained and not ordained. Okay. Because it is karma, therefore it will have fruit. And every karma's fruit is finite. If you get moksha by upasana of Brahman, then moksha also will be finite. First thing. Second thing is that you cannot do upasana of something complete. Upasana can be done of something which is other than you, which you don't see now. So nikrishta vastuni utkrishta bhava iti upasana. So upasana cannot be done on the Purna Brahman. So then what you want to say, Gurudev, please tell me. I want to say one thing, that our Brahman is not Jivatma becoming Paramatma. Then Jivatma is Paramatma. Acha, हाँ. Then on the Paramatma, the two things, asarvatva and abrahmatva has been adhyast. फिर से सुन लेते हैं. On the Paramatma, on the Brahman, asarvatva, you have to get conditioned to this kind of words now. And abrahmatva has been superimposed or adhyasta. Asarvatva means that I am not all, and abrahmatva means that I am limited. These two misconceptions has been superimposed on the Brahman. So this Brahman who is having avidya, he is the one who knows the knowledge. And actually when the knowledge takes place, nothing new happens, only these two bhav go away. Knowledge, only two bhav go away. Which bhav? Asarvatva and abrahmatva. This adhyas. Yesterday I was talking about adhyas. Remember that? Atasmin tad bhavna. Where something is not there, seeing that. On me, abrahmatva is not there. Well, but I feel, don't bring your feeling, please. On me, a brahmatva is not there. And on me, a sarvatva is not there. This is a superimposition by ignorance. The Brahma Vidya's only work is, it removes this superimposition. And Brahman as it was, I experienced that as it was. If something was Jeev, and he knew Brahman, and he became Brahman, anything which has become something in God, it will again be lost. Anything which is gained will be lost. This is one rule. And therefore, if moksha is also gained, moksha also will be lost. Anything which is not your nature will be lost. फिर से सुन लो. Anything which is other than your swarup will be lost. Because you got it, it will be lost. Only, and if the moksha is other than you something, because you are saying Jivatma got the Brahman, then this kind of Brahman also will be lost. If you were not the Brahman, and you had attained a certain Brahman, then that Brahman, because it has come after some action, etc., it will be lost. Only when your moksha will be secured, only when Brahman you are, you have forgotten that I am that Brahman because of the ignorance. Only work of Brahma Vidya is to remove that and tell that you be established in your pristine glory. I am not adding anything on you. Then this is called the moksha. So moksha in Vedanta is not getting something, but the false conception that I was bound. This removal of this false misconception is the moksha. And therefore it is not getting it, because I didn't get it, I already had it. I was already mukt, but it was covered. I removed that covering. So scripture have not given the moksha, they have only made you realize the moksha that you are. You didn't get the moksha, you are moksha. You didn't get the moksha, you are mukta. Making you realize this is the mukti portion. I hope this much is little clear.